Hello, everybody. Welcome and thank you once again for joining us here today for another episode of our Co-Creating Consciously Collective series. And today is episode 6 with Corrie Hardaker, which Anastasia and I are both so happy to bring in and just have her share her perspective. She's been in the 144 New Earth Pioneer group for a long time, and a lot of what she's written, a lot of us resonate to, and I'm just so excited for her to share her perspective here today with you all. And so, Corrie, would you like to just come in and introduce yourself real quick?
Oh, thank you, Chris. Hi, I'm Corrie. I live in the Yorkshire Dales in the UK, the beautiful Yorkshire Dales. And like Chris said, I've been in the 144 New Earth Pioneer group, and I keep
because we just changed the name of it. Yeah, we just upgraded to 144 New Earth Pioneers. The vibration. Yeah.
In the group for quite a while now, and we have a really good relationship together, and I felt it was my time to step forward,
shine.
Yes, and to shine.
Heaven, let your light shine down. Big golden column of energy. Everybody came in just before we came on live with the three of us, and because we have a close connection of this pure divine unconditional love, that we each have a link directly with the divine source, God, ourselves personally. And we're so blessed that we're in a private Facebook group, is what Corrie was referring to, where we share our energies together in creating this new energy from behind the scenes together, that we've come together from the United States, from the UK, from Australia, here on this brand new platform that needed to be created, that we're choosing to come on here and gift our energy with you all, our private energy in the three of us sharing together, that there is another way, that if not who, then us. And that if we don't get our shit together in unconditional love with each other, what hope has the rest of the world got, so to speak? And so it's taken each of us many years to come through, to be brave enough to come in to this new platform. So thank you, everybody that's joining us, that is watching. Because your energy will be going through a 5th dimensional to 9th dimensional upgrade just by you showing up and being present. Allowing yourself to take a breath, and we tilt our head back and take a galactic breath. Allowing a new link from our spirit to soul to come through your crown for yourself, visualizing this golden energy. And that is all by you showing up, Corrie. You have such a strong energy presence, sister. That golden thread, it's a beautiful gift that you're coming on. And everybody that comes on, why I say you being you is enough, to show up is enough. Thank you for being brave enough.
Thank you.
Because the anxiety and the that comes with before these is old and ancient energies that many of us are needing to come on and share and talk, to release the old. And when we get here, we go, oh, yay, let's go. Here we are. It's about showing up. And Corrie, in episode number 6 with you, you were guided. It's taking a leap, follow your intuition to move forward. Now, all the words have been said, Spirit has said, all the words, anyone can just speak the words. We are going deeper to the below the iceberg and behind the scenes, that there's no other videos co-creating, grand mastering video energies like these. And this will be every 2 weeks for the rest of the year. So what would you like to share with that? Or would you like Chris and I to keep sharing and talking about your email? Or are you okay to kick off with talking about what this means for you, about faith and trust with spirit? Always a step ahead is what you wrote, moving forward.
Yeah. I mean, really, it was about 12 months ago was the sort of big leap I made. In fact, it's almost exactly 12 months ago, actually. And I hadn't been happy at work for quite a while. And really, there were various sort of pointers saying to me it was time to consider moving forward. It was time to do something else. But to be honest, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. So I kept thinking of, what do I go to? What do I do? What do I move forward with? If I take this leap now, I'm going to nothing. But then one day something happened, and that's what really clinched it for me. And I just kind of felt like a pop almost in my heart. It was just something went, and it was like a flick of a switch. And I just thought, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. It doesn't resonate for me. I do not feel valued here, not how I know my own worth. And I just thought, I've got to move. I've got to leave. And I had to put that faith and trust that something would turn up. So I did have my notice in. It was all very, I gave them lots of notice.
That's a big thing. Can I just jump in here and pause here? That's a really, it's easy for people to tell a story, but as we learn to slow things down, I really, you know, as I felt in as you were talking and felt that in, like, that's no small thing. That's a really big thing alone.
Yeah, it felt absolutely huge, to be honest. It took some thinking about and some guts to do it. But
to feel into it from and getting guidance.
Yeah,
because there's the thinking, but that's that I always, you know, I shift the thinking. So were you really working in with that divine guidance? Chris, is there something you want to share here?
Sure. And what I'd add is that this topic really is a huge topic, and I thank you for bringing it out, Corrie, because it's so huge in what we're all going through in today, because it's like you're relating it to what happened to you a year ago, but like ever since 2 years ago, it's kind of been the norm for our life, because we're letting go of all what's felt like secure, you know, and what's been for so long. And now it's like, it's taking that step of faith to truly move forward in whatever we're going through, you know. And yeah, I totally love this topic right here. And yeah.
Can I share? There's a separation energy with that too, you guys. Thank you, Chris. I saw a separation energy happening as you spoke. And so from what you said, the behind the scenes and the energy work that comes with that, Corrie, is huge. And as what you said, Chris, many people are facing that. And also what I was just shown then is it's taken a 6-month separation process for me, for when I knew I had to wind down and slow things down. Similar yet different for every individual, of letting go of writing the deeper updates, sharing publicly, letting go of a lot of things I was doing for many years, sharing with humanity, letting go of the below the iceberg email updates, writing them. That was how I lived for 18 years, writing like it's like someone could call it their job. It's the same energy that I was living in service, divine service, and it's a separation process that needs to take place in what you said you did. Is a separation of energy that we need to allow ourselves time to let go. And I just wrote this morning, may I share? I want to share what I wrote this morning that links in with this, because these are also linking the current energies happening. Is I love seeing how hard it has been to let go, as now I can feel the new being created. This is so amazing. We're in an alchemical time. This is alchemy, people. This is alchemy. Alchemy energies in taking that leap, taking that I'm not able to do this anymore. You can feel it. And then there's this separation energy that needs to happen of that letting go. And what I wrote this morning, it's been so hard for me to let go of, say, writing my email updates as part of my work, that now that I did it and I can see the ickiness releasing of the old, I can now feel the new fresh, and I can actually see and feel the new coming in the process of the old letting go. We've never been at this ascension time with humanity in this way before. This is brand new. Chris, what are you're grinning? This is new.
You put words to that perfectly, because yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yep.
So this isn't just Corrie coming on, well, you know, this is living energies through you, real, raw, and authentic. Okay, there's a big shift happening here now. And Corrie, you wrote you felt as if though you needed to challenge yourself with this in coming on, in putting your hand up, that you sat with what it was like to bring through, and taking a leap came. And there's a lot to this you wrote, but it's one of the things I'm most proud of myself for doing recently, leaving a role which no longer felt in alignment. So well done you for that.
Thank you.
And you wrote, in truth, it hadn't for a while, but it took quite a bit of work on myself to have the courage to leave it. Okay, that's a big clue there. Took a while. Look at your cat. Thank you. You did tell us the cats are around. Oh, yeah. Love it. Beautiful. You stayed through fear or lack of judgment. It was one day something happened. You felt the switch. You can't accept this anymore. You had no job to go to, no plans. You trusted and handed your notice in. That's that leap forward. So then what happened for you too? You wrote, once I had opened myself up to new possibilities, in it came new role on my terms. Do you want to share a bit more with that process there? That's wonderful.
Yeah, it was quite amazing actually. I was still really not knowing what I wanted to do, but I'd been sort of saying to myself, well, what is my purpose? What do I want to do? What is my purpose?
So you fell in with the introspection. So as you felt into that put the vibes and the energies out to create a new flow to come in, for something new to come in. That's a hint and a big tip for people, because a lot of people are not stopping and doing what you just said.
Yeah, I did slow down a lot and feel into it a lot. And then I've been working in a school, and I've been working with a little boy in school. And his sort of face came to my mind when I was sort of saying, what do I need to do? And then a few days later, his dad spoke to me and said, I'd really like you to carry on working with him. He's done so well with you. Would you consider tutoring him in an evening? So that has now turned into a one-to-one role with him every evening, which is that really does bring me joy. He's delightful. He loves coming.
You just said joy. Not
Joy.
taken away from what you're sharing about that beautiful soul. It's the new joy. Remember when we shared recently, I just need to shift that energy a bit, because this energy will go to whoever you're working with, is all I will say. So we just take a moment, and that energy is going to go to the boy, whoever you're interacting with, that energy right now. For everybody watching, see yourself as a fountain and water going out. Stay in your water fountain here, but just know that everybody around you is getting a sprinkling. The more that you tune in and feel in for yourself to bring in what is new joy. One of the energy, can I say, requirements that came through from Spirit yesterday about New Earth, being a New Earth pioneer and a template for humanity, feeling from real life raw experience like you and all you other masters that raw and real as well, through my experience of 26 years consciously awakening. So I got so many years and tools and methods of being an ascended master of 5D already itself, coming from ninth dimensional energies. It's such a joy to be here, to put and voice into words newly with you all, because we're all side by side. There's no room for jealousy. There's no room. We're here to love and support each other. We've got Tina here saying that she left a toxic job as well. We've got Deborah here. We've got Meti here. We've got so many people here joining us. I just need to pause. We've got 33 master energies here right now. Everyone just take a breath. Allow the gold column to see gold flowing up and down. And the pitch is gently shifting in my right ear, which means the masculine is softening. We reach the masculine through the feminine. Today, the focus on feminine, masculine balancing and double infinity. Can you relate to the masculine and feminine balancing today, Corrie? Are you tuning into anything here? I'd love you to share if you're feeling what you're feeling.
Well, the catechus has been coming a lot for me recently. I've felt those energies. strongly.
What I call the caduceus.
Yeah.
You're talking about that. Yeah, that's been coming. Yeah.
Yeah. And it kind of does flow into all of this movement really through with my work, because it did feel like a very masculine, oppressive kind of energy space where I'd been before. Whereas this now is much more flowing, and because I'm just going with what I feel needs to happen and what I feel the young man needs at the time. I'm not constricted by the rules, the regulations, the procedures. That's it.
Keep
yeah,
going.
Exactly.
Keep going. Yep, just bringing the healing through.
And so that for me is the main thing. But yeah, that symbol has been coming quite a bit recently.
Through my ascension process, that would come, like as you said, it comes, and there's symbols and the healing symbols that come through when we slow down, take a moment. As you know, thank you, Corrie, what a beautiful blessing that was. I'll have to watch this back to hear what you actually said. I was really just staying in the moment, feeling your energy flowing. So that was a beautiful sharing from you. You have an amazing, amazing, ancient, old, sacred energy.
Thank you.
Chris, look at you. You loved that, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, is a big release happening with that, Corrie? Yeah, I just need to take a breath and just let everything regroup, because so many healings are coming through. I just need a little second just to bring some little silver sprinkles in, and that the visualizing and your imagination is the healing energies. That's your spirit energies in your visualizations, your imagination. It's simple. Doesn't allow the head a chance to kick in, because we all can see and visualize, and it's that easy. Okay, big release is happening now. And I love what, is there anything else you want to share, Corrie?
Yeah, I one of the things that held me back from not making the move sooner, I mean, beyond that everybody has this, or a lot of people find change difficult, and not knowing what moving forward to obviously is a big thing, but obviously the whole thing around earning was a big thing. What am I going to do?
I was just about to say, I could see a tree, and I was holding back to let you keep talking when the next healing is see yourself as this tree, and then you said the burning. So everyone, what it is see the tree, brown tree trunk coming up through the center, and it's that brown tree energy, because we're grounding in more now, as you just then shared about the burning. We're planting this brand new, beautiful, big tree, darling. Wow, keep going, sweetie. Whew.
So I was obviously concerned about earning money, but I found very interestingly that everything kind of rebalanced quite naturally, a bit like magic, really.
We are in magical times, absolutely.
Yeah, and I even really noticeable things, but felt very magical. I thought, oh, I really need to go to the supermarket. It's my day to go to the supermarket, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'd look in the fridge and I go, oh, I don't need to go. It's full. And just, I don't know, offers.
This is a good, this is a good point, that alone, because I've noticed with us with the fridge as well, that, oh, when you said that, I'm like, hang on, we just gone through a phase like that ourselves, is that I'm finding things like that have altered as well. So that's a really good one. And offers coming in. Yeah.
Offers coming in, and just everything seemed to work out. So I didn't actually feel the loss of, I mean, technically I'm earning less money, but actually everything, I'm not doing anything.
Abundance comes in many ways.
Exactly.
Not only just, yes.
Exactly. And I
beautiful.
just found that I have more time now I've made this. I have more time for myself. I have more time for my kids, my husband.
And can I share that? That's what, with all the stuff I've been sharing, more privately than whatever, is that even this morning when you watch the video on the private Facebook group, is that I'm finding and creating more time for me too with all the stuff. And it's as someone shared here, Kylie, breakthrough after breakthrough happening over many years. When we realize it's all connected and flowing in one after another, it's all inspiring.
Yeah.
What a beautiful, and that's what happens. A big shift happening already. I just got to break it down a bit. Because I'm reading here, yes, you wrote, do I have a proper job title? No, I earn less in theory. My finances rebalance, continue to do good, to do so. The more good I allow in, I have more time, more for me, my kids, my husband. I enjoy life more and feel freer. Can I just take a pause with that, Corrie?
Mm.
And that is really what it is about.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, end of story. Thank you everyone for coming. See you later. Because that's in a way, isn't it? Absolutely. It's, and what I was sharing before, thank you, Corrie, for allowing me to bring up this new upgrade energies. So there's a template upgrade energy flowing through you, Corrie, and flowing through everybody, flowing through you, Chris, and me, myself, everyone. There's a new upgrade of a template happening right now. All you need to do is feel an upgrade template, and that's it. Allow it to happen. It's a process. It's happening right now by you just showing up here with the energies of Trinity. The three of us coming together amplifies. That's why I say this is a free gifting healing, because I know I choose deliberately where and who I share my precious liquid gold energy with. I know you do, Chris, and I know you do as well, Corrie.
Mm.
And it's other places are like, oh, you can thank me because I brought these energies into the planet. You're welcome. You can thank me. And I'm like, oh, come on. You know, we're all bringing through, and there's no one greater than another. You know, and like I've said before, we're creator gods of other planets, people. Okay, yet to learn to grow into this in this human skin, this human embodiment, boy, that's tough. Boy, that's challenging. However, now for those of you souls younger than a Generation X, a baby boomer, those of you that are younger, you know, you don't know what you don't know. I can assure you the energies are much easier than they have been for the last 26 years. And so many of us are now coming out and sharing to reach that enjoying life more, feeling freer, free from domination within ourselves. Takes feeling, and something's starting to shift here. Corrie, do you feel it to say it, share, or Chris? I just need to take a moment with this energy.
All I was going to say is it's allowed me to slow down a lot more, which is one of the things, you know, you're always saying it, aren't you? And it's so true, because when I can think about what I was like a few years before and how manic I was dashing around doing things, it's really allowed me to slow down and appreciate the small things much more, which brings new joy. You know,
so let's just take a moment. What's happening is I'm clearing energies that comes with you saying that. So there's two things happening here. I'm actually, as you've just shared that, we're releasing the old fragments of an old shell to place ourselves in a new golden egg right now. Coming in here and voicing and tabling reaches the whole world, so you can let go. Souls coming in here, watching this, can breathe and let go. Diane Plunkett just saw lots of aqua in my mind's eye. See, when we talk, we've got our soul and our spirit. We're doing double. So it's funny when you said, I just wanted to say it's about slowing down. And that's exactly what I did, was slow the energies down and broke them down and slowed them down. So Diane Plunkett just saw lots of aqua in her mind's eye. Yes, a couple of you written Trinity energies from 3 different continents on the planet. Liquid gold, choose who you share gold with. Hello, Sarah. I haven't seen you since Uluru. Hello, my darling. We did amazing rebirthing healing with you at Uluru. That was life-changing. It was such a pleasure to be a part of that with you, Sarah. So much love and blessings to you, Co. Just need to shift the energies a bit here. Releasing older energies. It's like seeing a big pebble in a pond and the displacement. That's what I'm just seeing, is pushing out older energies. Moving forward in faith and trust, with spirit always a step ahead. Taking a leap, following your intuition to move forward. Out of the mind and following your intuition. Okay, Corrie, would you like to share some more? There's a new energy coming in at the moment. Feel free to share anything else that comes for you right now. Higher heart upgrade.
I suppose it's a constant. I'm doing this right now, but the situation constantly changes because the young man I'm working with is getting older and there's big shifts ahead for him, which potentially will mean big shifts for me too. So it's a case of, right, well, I know I'm doing that at the moment, but I might not be in another 6 months, in another 12 months. And I'm just determined I'm going to go with the flow and see where it takes me, really. And having the faith to trust that either I will make something new for myself or something else will present itself that I want to move forward to, that I am taken care of.
Chris.
Sure. And I'll just speak to kind of link and wrap up what we've been talking about here. And first, what I'll say is, I'm really grateful that this whole process is coming out and being voiced here, because it's something that's so useful and so practical to all of us, because it's true and real ascension. Because in this live right here, we're doing a lot in spirit with the visualizations, but we're also bringing it into the human embodiment and how we go and move forward with actually dealing with this stuff in the human. Because to take a step into the unknown really is frightening, and especially for those of us who aren't akin to change. And what I've learned and come to learn is the biggest step is in making the first move. Because once we make the first move, we allow spirit in the universe to start filling the gaps and leading the way, but it's not so much that it's leading the way, and more that it's working with us. And what I've noticed is, for me, is it's about getting out of the mind and following the heart, because when we do that, then things tend to flow. But if we go from the mind, then we're kind of coming from the masculine, I feel, in trying to push forward and see our plans to completion, rather than feeling through the heart and allowing the process to lead itself. And, once we do that, I feel that it leads to joy and everything tends to work out.
Taking that step to create the energy for the universe. Now, we all know this. These has all been written words before, but you're saying when you do it, it does allow, you've got to take that. Don't just sit on your backside. Spirit will bring it. It'll come. It'll manifest. I have faith and trust. That's going to do nothing. It's the involvement of the energies, and you're saying, and all these healings and with spirit. Yes, it is the human and working through and taking that step and that leap. And Johnny has just shared that. Thank you, Anastasia, Chris, and Corrie, for bringing this in today. I met myself at the point where to continue my current job, biggest concern, the earning of money to pay for mortgage, wanting to find something new, aligns with my soul's purpose. Thank you for raising this, Corrie Hardaker, he said.
Yep. And
Chris is saying, yes, this is big, because Chris, you just recently also released something for yourself from the past with work and found peace. You just, that's why you really, whereas me, no, I retired from the military a million years ago, like 20, 30 years ago type thing. So I haven't been in the workforce for a very long time. And so it's really good, do you want to share a bit about that? And then I am getting to wind that up, and there's no rush. We're just sort of it might take us another 5 or 10 minutes, but I'm just getting that. I just want to keep the energy here at this vibration for its purpose. Okay, big shift. Yeah, so Chris, you also let go.
Yep, big time. And it's almost like you were saying, and Corey was saying, it's that separation of energy, because you feel that it's no longer resonating. And sometimes, again, in the human, you still gotta survive, right? So but at the same time, you're starting to form this. You feel that it's not a fit anymore, so you start to form the new, in the sense that you
And so
let
what
go.
did you do when you felt that? What did you do?
For me, it took, honestly, I honestly had to consciously begin to even let go, like, because I had my energy invested in that for so long, right? So even though you want to let go,
it's
I
grounding
honestly,
you. Thank you for allowing me
honestly
to
needed to do
thank
that.
you for allowing me to work with your template of the eye. And the purpose I did
Yes.
that for anyone watching, and because we all working together, is Chris was helping me by me saying, bring in the eye, is to remind people when we talk to bring in the I am. And it's a process that helps embody and ground you in. And that's what you're saying. You needed to embody and ground that in. Keep going, darling. Thank you.
Absolutely. And then begin to consciously separate my energy and begin to hand it over to spirit in order to begin to move forward, because it's a complete unknown,
Were you
especially in
caught in the
today's world.
head? Were you caught
One
in the
time,
head?
yes,
Yeah.
big time, and
There's
rushing.
many,
Yep.
yeah. The
Yep.
rushing and being caught in the
And
head
pushing
because
forward.
because someone said seeing the rightness and slowing down as opposed to the expectation of always doing something.
Yep.
And that's a good one, because both of you are going, yes. Because we're so used to it. Yeah, Chris, keep going
it's
with
like
that
you were,
one.
and absolutely, and it's like you were saying for yourself, even though you're not in the workforce, it was a conscious change that it took some winding down to do. And it's like you say, it's a process. It's not going to be immediate, and we got to be gentle with ourselves and through that process, because it's not like we did things before.
Can we say the first step? Thank you. Can we say the first step is making a choice to slow down and feel into yourself? Would you say that would be the first step?
I'd say that's the main first step. Yeah.
Main first step, because I'm looking at what Johnny wrote, and I've been brought into that I'm using what Johnny has shared is, where would you start with that? Well, the first main step is, Corrie, what did you do?
Yeah, it was slow down and feel into it, to be honest, because I had kind of all of these messages for myself where I just wasn't.
Oh, that was a big.
Sorry.
That was a big let go. No, what was that? That was a big. Yeah.
A bit of relief. It was, I had all of these feelings that it just wasn't resonating anymore. It wasn't in alignment with what I wanted for myself.
So that was heavy. What I'm saying is that felt that heaviness, because I felt before when there was sharing, there was a big ball of old depression that is going, a big ball of black gunk of depression. And I didn't want to, because I get so many visions going to 9D, flashing, it's learning to integrate to, and that one I didn't slow down and say, there's a big black ball gunk of black depression that I saw split down the middle. And it's like two lungs is what I'm saying, two black lungs. So I'm just going to work with that now, because I felt the heaviness when you went, because it's heavy when you don't listen to the messages.
Yeah.
You will keep getting them. And what were you doing? And because, please let me continue for a little bit. Somebody else recently said to me that in following their spiritual journey with the intellect is they went, I'll look at the emotion later. Well, it's sort of caught up, and the later has become the now. And you're both of you again going, would you like to, I'll keep removing these black lungs that I'm seeing energetically, etherically. Yeah, you're welcome. So what's the...
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for sure, it caught up with me. I will completely own that. And because it had been going on for quite a while, all of this kind of like, really, you need to be going, you really need to be going, it really needs to be going. And I did kind of ignore it really for a while, for all of the reasons I shared before. And it wasn't really until I'd done a lot more work on myself and I'd got myself into a better space, that I really trusted more the guidance, and then I felt I was in a space where I could make the leap.
I still feel it pivots on a choice needs to be made. This is something that in general ascension that I share quite often is in our soul, in our gut, we need to make a choice. And I'm going to take it even deeper. We need to make that choice, because I've seen, you got something then.
Well, all I was going to say was at the point of that kind of flicking the switch, if you like, in the heart, it was like, no, I'm choosing myself.
Boom. It was definite. It was a definite choice.
Yes, it was a definite choice.
That's important, everyone. That's an anchor. It's got to be that choice, because this is something that comes up with many people that I've worked with over the years. And I go, you need to make a choice, because we can fluff around and process it and analyze it to fucking death. And there, I've got a swear in for you. So to analyze it, the raw and realness and whatever. And what's happening, I'm seeing, is that spiritual fluff, that surface, that ascension, spiritual knowledge, all that knowing and experience of worlds apart, raw and real, making that core deep choice. Thank you, Corrie. I just want us to take a moment and place a hand on your solar plexus and your higher heart, because I need to wind and slow down these energies from today now. People are sharing their stories in comments. Yep, another Tina just said one day, she said, that's it. We've had a few more that have just come in. And so I'm swapping my hands from my higher heart with my solar plexus. And that's like clearing older energies to help a new reconnection, everybody, right here and now today. What a beautiful process. And reactivating them both together. It's the higher chakra energy centers. Releasing upwards, onwards, new layers, new levels. These are beyond energies. More than just the words alone. Living raw and real every 2 weeks, here with you for the rest of the year. So I'm still holding space, finishing off these energies with today. That doesn't mean we rush. Corrie, is there anything you'd like to share? And then Chris, and then we'll finish off for today. It's keeping these in a beautiful space to enable a comfortable energy flow. So Corrie, would you like?
I suppose the last thing I'd like to share is it is a process as well of letting go. I didn't find it was, I'd made the choice, that was it. It was not that at all. It took some time to let go of that energy. And even after I'd left, actually, it took some time for that energy to go. And it's just acknowledging that and accepting that and going with it, really. Because, I've been there a long time as well. So, I've done my 11 years in that, and my 11 years before that in something else. So and
I did my 11 years in the military, darling. I'm hearing you. It's that master number, isn't it, darling?
It is, yeah. And it's just acknowledging it, accepting it, and actually not rushing it, because you need to let it go at the pace that it needs to come, and it needs to be let go of. So not being hard on yourself, I suppose, was part of it. And actually that was part of my decision too. My decision was I deserved more.
Well done, you. And being hard on ourselves is the biggest thing that comes with all of us. All the people I've interacted with, and we're all big mirrors, and it's, put the stick down and stop beating yourself up is one of my common phrases over the years, is put the stick down, put the stick down, put the stick down. And then you grow to a point, because this is New Earth Pioneer energies right here. And for the new joy to flow, you need to be aware of the head and the mental head jobs that we give ourselves to allow the flow to come in more freely. So we need to make a conscious choice. You know what? I need to get my shit together here, and I need to get my crystals together here. And I need to really want to fight for myself, because the Chris, I can feel your energy is really blending in here. What's happening with you? Anything, or you're just feeling? Did you want to share something?
Yeah, I'm just picking up and feeling into what you're saying, but no, you go ahead and I'll share afterwards. Okay.
Our ancestral anger can now leave our hearts. I'm now getting to bring in some of the energies happening at the moment. There's a Gaia Mother Higher Heart upgrade. Corrie, you feel those energies very strongly as well.
Yeah.
And there's a new mystical union energy that's happening from spirit to the physical. It's alchemical. It's called a mystical union. It's happening right now. I've already written in my updates, which are ahead of time, and these videos as well. So, and this new golden egg energy is coming in. And okay, I'm just finishing up with no one can forecast what is going to happen. So good luck to those writing about future energies. Nobody is able to predict, doesn't matter who it is, if it's off astrological charts and readings, because that energy is timeless. So living raw and real in the now, really conscious deliberately, and linking with others like we are today is vital. Unity is community in moving forward. Chris, what would you like to share? Because that's all that's coming through for me. I'm not to share anymore about the big higher heart of Gaia Mother healing is happening at the moment. This is massive.
Okay. And for me, Anastasia, I'd just like to share that I really liked how Corrie finished with being gentle with ourselves through this process, because for change or to step into the new, it takes a lot. It really does. And I know for myself personally, I'm one that'll push it to the very end. And sometimes I need to, as Anastasia says, break down to break through. And change is one thing that's very true for me for, because I don't like change. But what I will say is that in going through that process and just allowing it to flow, because sometimes we have to allow it to become so uncomfortable that that's our fuel for change, because that's part of what's been my deal. And so, yeah, that's all I'd really like to share in that last message for me. Yeah.
It's powerful. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm here as an instigator of change, and I struggle with change personally. Who better than those that are living it and are being honest? And being honest in the uncomfortableness, Chris. Absolutely. It's getting uncomfortable. All those signs to make that change. So the biggest guidance and advice I can give right now is every day, if you slowly put your hands out and bring your energy in like this, and see your energy space come closer to you around your immediate body, will help you to no end, because our energy keeps getting pushed out and pushed out and pushed out, like in ways like never before. We are in new times like never before. And our energy just keeps popping out, okay? And thank you guys for going through the hand actions with me. It's just that simple. I did it on my walk this morning and I felt it come in. I went, okay, I shared this the other day. I need to share it again. Physically working with that etheric energy while you're conscious and feeling in the human embodiment is really important, linking the two. So thank you, everybody. In 2 weeks' time, I'm going to see who we've got. Anything else either of you would like to share?
I would just like to thank Corrie once again for coming on and being brave enough, as we say, to show up, because it's truly a huge step, and I'm so excited for you to see what comes from showing up today, Corrie. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. And can I say, new joy created today.
Oh, you're a big, I can see you're a big daisy. You're a big flower. I just saw a beautiful white daisy. You're this beautiful beaming white daisy. I want to look up the energy vibration of daisy. Just a brand new, fresh white daisy is what I just saw, with a cat's tail as well. Love the animals. So next in the next 2 weeks, we've got Rhonda Thompson, integrating all we've learned into every moment of our lives. So each one of these is rolling on to the next, to the next, and next. So everybody have a wonderful day and night. There is a 144 gathering in 7 days' time where we go into private Zoom, where I will only be able to have up to 50 masters for an exchange, because everybody will receive a further private upgrade in healing. I'll be sharing about this in the next 7 days. That is a brand new stage and platform that is going to take off. So come in. Many of you have already signed up for this, and we just take this a step further and have a wonderful day and night. New joy, new choosing, because more self-empowerment, because you need to be free, because your mantra for yourself is, I am complete. I am complete. I am complete. You are enough just as you are. Thank you, Masters. Bless. Thank you. Bye.